Slim down to the wedding gown. Slim down to the wedding gown. Slim down to the wedding gown. It's a countdown that's going down. That's right. I'm losing it before I walk down the aisle. Make sure you subscribe, comment, watch, and like. Hi, everyone. Welcome to my first episode of Slim Down to the Wedding Gown. You feel me? So long story short, 2 weeks ago, I just got engaged. Oh, my ring's being resized still, but I did. Watch until episode 2 or 3. I'm going to have it back. Anyway, long story short, I just got engaged 2 weeks ago. Long story long is I need to lose my weight before 2022 comes. Now, I know that sounds like a long time from here, but at the end of the day, I'm greedy as fuck. I need to make a page 2 years in advance in order to be 2 years skinny. You feel me? You feel me? So because this is week 0 of, my whole journey, I spoke to my dietitian today because it's, the beginning of it all. I just want to give you backstory of my weight journey and my ups and downs. And I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate. All 3 of my subscribers. Make sure you subscribe here. Like, comment, share. I don't even know how to edit that in, but it'll be, you know how YouTube works. So Eddie, don't let me down. So I'm just going to give you bullet points of my journey, and you can ask more questions below if you are curious about my life. I'm super transparent for the most part. Well, when I want to be. Long story short, just to sum it up, I've always been overly obese according to the charts. As a little girl, I was overweight until I joined the basketball team, 7th and 8th grade, and I slimmed down. I went from like 180 to 150, and mind you, I was probably like 5 feet 4'11" at that time. Got to high school, and by senior year, I probably shot back up to 190. And by college, I got on the scale after my freshman year was done. Bitch, I was a whole 205. Girl. I was like, cause we all have our like numbers where we don't like to cross. Like, you know how you be like, this is my line, don't cross it. I feel like we all have those numbers for our weights. At least for people who have always been struggling with their weight and stuff like that. And this isn't me shaming anybody who may be 205. That's great for you, just not for me. I was 205 the end of my freshman year. Crazy. And also that year was the year I found out I was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis, which is a incurable colon disease. And that was a whole stress on my mental, emotional, because I went from taking like no medicine to taking like 9 every day, taking colonoscopies every year, endoscopies. Like, it was a lot. It was a lot. So because I was diagnosed with that, I figured, and that's like one of those things like, oh, you just get it. Like, doctors would really, at least back then, that's what they told, like, oh, you just kind of just get it. And there's no real reason. It's not genetics. It's not, your diet. So obviously everybody knows that the root of everything is what you eat, though. Like, at the end of the day, that's what it is. It's like what you eat. You can probably prevent a lot of things based off of what you eat. Or you can bring on a lot of things based on what you eat. If you a word. I started getting real serious about what I ate. Running became therapeutic to me. I started doing that. I think that summer, which was the summer of 2009, I dropped I went from like 205 to like, let's say 180, 185. And that was like around the first time I started clocking my scales. Like, before, I never really clocked how much I weighed and stuff like that until I was in college. Leaving college, I think I was back to like I think I was like 180. I think I stayed basically roughly around that area. But then I broke up with my college sweetheart, and it broke my heart. I was heartbroken. In a week and a half, 2 weeks, I had lost like 15 pounds because I wasn't eating. I couldn't eat. I literally couldn't eat because I was sick. Like, so stress inflames, like, gives me flare-ups with my colitis. So it's a loss of appetite. And even when you do eat, you have to constantly go to the bathroom TMI, I know. But that was what was aiding me to my weight loss. It wasn't intentional at all. And I was actually very sick for the majority of 2014. I was my smallest in 2014. I was like 150. And I looked good, but I didn't feel good because I was just emotionally like, by the end of 2014, I was getting better and stuff like that. And by the time I was pretty much kind of healed and moved on, I jumped straight headfirst into a toxic relationship. Toxic relationship Olympics, you feel me? Like as soon as you heal, you just go, oh, let me just mess up my life a little bit more because everything just seems okay. But I was in that relationship for about 2 years. So again, I went from like 150 to 160. But then I kind of just toggled between 160 and 170 in the next 2 years or so. I wasn't really I naturally became more like cautious of what I ate, but I wasn't like crazy. And also working out isn't hard for me to do. Like I work out every day, right? It's my eating habits. And I was drinking so much during that time, like so much. I was drinking like so many thotties like every weekend. Like it was bad. It was really bad. And the thotties, for people, maybe if I have like a subscriber or two outside of New York, thotties are like the lamaritas, the strawberries, mango-ritas, like, and I'm doing this size because I always got the big ones, and I would drink at least 2 to 4 a day. Like, not a day, but like in the weekend. So from like Friday to Sunday, 2 to 4. So that was like, I was averaging a smooth 8 to 12 big boys every weekend. It wasn't healthy because I was stressed out in the relationship. I always was in between 160, 170. Then I became a vegan in 2017. That kind of leaned me out. That kept me, but again, 2017, I was pretty stressed. So I kind of always kind of stayed pretty good without even trying. Then 2018, I met my now fiance at the end of 2018. And when you happy, you get fat. So that's what happened. Long story long. This nigga kept taking me out to eat. I never turned it down. And 2 years later, I'm roly-poly-oly. So I started this channel so you guys can keep me accountable. Do not let me down by letting me down. You feel me? Like, y'all gonna let me down if I let myself down, okay? And the problem I have with is consistency, so I need your help. And we can help each other out if anybody else is on this journey with me. So this morning, I weighed in at, and my first goal that I want to do is I want to be 170. So that's going to be our first milestone. Don't know how many episodes it's going to take to get there, but we're going to get there, okay? And it's going to be fun. Maybe not all the times it might not be fun. And I feel like also, side note, that I have the most glamorous background for my tomboy regular self. But it is what it is, honestly. And I was like, oh, this is a great YouTube backdrop. But I think this was for the, makeup artist type of YouTube. Is like, here you go. You see that? I think that was a background. I'm sorry. I messed up. But y'all gotta take this because it was either this or white wall. So, the fuck? I'm a firm believer that slow and steady is going to win this race. So I think if I lose on average 2 to 3 pounds every week, which is pretty feasible, that we're gonna be okay. And we're gonna get to our goal way in advance. But also, when we say, if I get to my goal weight, which I believe 160 will be the goal weight, let's say I get to 160 by like March, I'm still gonna keep this YouTube until my wedding because I gotta stay consistent. That's my problem. Discipline and consistency. So moving forward, I'm going to do no sweets, like no like junk food, basically. I'm not gonna say like, oh, I'm not having no sugar and stuff like that. I'm damn sure eating fruits and shit and healthier snacks, but I'm not gonna do any sweets and I'm not gonna do any alcohol because I could definitely do that to about Thanksgiving. Then I'll like indulge a little bit and then back on track, and then until Christmas, and then back on track, then until New Year's, and then back on forever. You feel me? But no, seriously, the first step is let's see how much I lose from now to Thanksgiving. And if you like, please comment below every week when I post this. If you are following this journey with me, please post your stats. Say, hey, Cyd, I lost, 3 pounds this week. Oh my God. And I'm gonna be like, bitch, we in this, all right? We out here, okay? You feel me? So it's lit. I'm super good at working out. It's the eating for me. Yeah, so I gotta get on track with that. And yeah, everything is lit, like, period. See ya guys in episode 2 for the update. Please subscribe and follow me at Cydni Jenkins on Instagram. Peace out.